We have a radical Islamic terrorism problem, folks. We can say we don't. We can pretend like Obama that we don't, where Obama spent a long time talking about it, and nobody at the end of that speech understood anything other than, boy, does he hate Donald Trump. That's about the only thing. So Hillary said, and this is an exact quote, and just so you understand, I have many Muslim friends. These are amazing people. They're great people. The problem we have is whether it's 7% or 9% or 11% or 1%. We're having a tremendous problem in our country. We don't know. There doesn't seem to be assimilation. We don't know what's going on. And there's no reporting. As an example, in San Bernardino, people saw this horrible married couple where they became radicalized. He probably became radicalized through her. But whatever happened, they had bombs on the floor. They had all sorts of weaponry. People knew that bad things were going to happen, and they didn't report. We have to have people report. And if we have reporting, and you go to your law enforcement, and by the way, our police in this country are so incredible, and we have to give them thanks. They're so incredible. I just met your chief backstage, the Greensboro chief, and I just met the sheriffs. Nobody's gonna mess with those guys. They are great, great people, the police of our country. And they've been treated terribly. They've been treated terribly. So entire countries in the Middle East living under Islamic law, and they engaged in the worst kind of violent oppression. And now we have them coming into our country. So here's the story, folks. We have a woman, Hillary Clinton. She's got bad judgment. Bernie Sanders said she can't be president because she has bad judgment, right? Bad judgment. She doesn't have the temperament. You know, she'll sometimes say, I don't like Donald Trump's tone. She always reads off teleprompters. I don't like, oh, wait a minute. Oh, yeah. I don't like Donald Trump's tone. I don't like his temperament. Let me tell you, folks, I built a great company, unbelievable company. I filed the papers. They're unbelievable. These dishonest people in the back. In fact, we just took.
You're listening to Donald Trump there, talking about the Orlando massacre and again reiterating his plan to ban Muslims from entering the U.S. He also responded to President Obama, who spoke earlier today. He who slammed Trump's proposal. Trump said President Obama was more angry at me than the shooter. Well, let's take a listen to what President Obama had to say when he went on a tirade over the Republican presidential nominee. Take a listen.
This is a country founded on basic freedoms, including freedom of religion. We don't have religious tests here. Our founders, our Constitution, our Bill of Rights are clear about that. We now have proposals from the presumptive Republican nominee for President of the United States to bar all Muslims from emigrating to America. We hear language that singles out immigrants and suggests entire religious communities are complicit in violence. Where does this stop?
Well, Democratic rival Hillary Clinton also got some shots in a day after Trump accused the Obama administration of failing in the fight against terrorism and actually implied the U.S. president may approve of the bloodshed. Here's what Clinton had to say.
What Donald Trump is saying is shameful. It is disrespectful to the people who were killed and wounded and their families. And it is yet more evidence that he is temperamentally unfit and totally unqualified to be commander-in-chief.
Senior political reporter Stephen Collison is covering this for us from CNN Washington. You've also just been listening into what Donald Trump had to say. It was interesting that he said every year the U.S. brings in immigrants from the Middle East. Look at one whack job. Look what he did. Interesting to point out, he missed the point that the person that committed this crime in Orlando was born in the US.
Yeah, that's right. This man that shot up the nightclub in the worst terrorist attack on U.S. soil since 9/11 was actually born in New York. But I think, you know, in some ways that Donald Trump is not trying to miss the point. He's using this outrage, this terror attack, to sort of demagogue the issue of immigration, to make the case that the Obama administration is out of control. It has no idea what it's doing. It doesn't know how to stop terror attacks. So I don't think for him the details matter that much. It's creating this impression that this administration and this administration's preferred successor, Hillary Clinton, has no idea how to tackle a new terror threat that is scaring many Americans. And that's one way that he thinks he can eat into Hillary Clinton's lead in the opinion polls and sort of get around this idea that the Clinton administration is trying to make that he's unprepared, he's unsuitable, and doesn't have the temperament to serve as commander-in-chief, Linda.
And Stephen, despite his attacks on Muslims throughout that speech, he tried to sit on the fence at one point, saying, I have many Muslim friends, they're great people. And he went on to say that we need people to report about potential terror threats like the people who carried out the San Bernardino attack. But the problem is, even Republicans are saying that he is alienating those people that could potentially come forward with information.
Yeah, that's the president's point. He says that you need the help of this community, and everything that Donald Trump is saying is not only making it more difficult and maybe make people, American Muslims, feel alienated and not want to cooperate with the FBI or cooperate with the police. You're actually driving people into the hands of ISIS. You're actually helping the radicalization process. If people feel threatened in their own country, if they feel threatened by this anti-Muslim rhetoric. I think this has been an amazing election in many ways, Linda, but today's events where you had the President of the United States coming out and making the case that one of the two people that could succeed him as American commander-in-chief is almost un-American himself. What he stands for is antithetical to the founding values of the United States on issues of religion and politics. It's an amazing thing. We often see presidents become involved in the elections for their successors, but not to this extent. Not seeing the fury and the anger that we saw in the president today, which is something we hadn't seen very many times. Perhaps after the Newtown school shooting in 2012, we saw some of that. But the president has very rarely shown this kind of passion and this kind of anger in public. He has this nickname of No Drama Obama. He's much more self-controlled normally. I think this is a sign that the president believes that Donald Trump is so far away from the norms of American politics as we know them. He's so antithetical to American values that he felt he had to intervene in this.
No drama, Obama. We shall see if those attacks are stepped up over the coming months. Stephen Collison, great to have your analysis. Thank you.
Thanks.